What up, besties? It's your girl Sheridan, and I'm back with yet another video. Y'all, did y'all watch this week's episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville? Child, number one, Kiki is deranged, but let's go ahead and get into it. Meet me after the jump.
Mayday. Yeah.
Alright, so before we get into this week's episode, let me just say a couple things. Number one, thank you. Thank you all so much for the love that y'all gave on my last video where I discussed Martell Holt and him being exposed for creating a plot that didn't go over to expose, quote unquote, his children's mother, Melody Cherie, with a sexual tape. So thank you all so much for the love on that video. Yes, on all my open letters, I always pray for people at the end. Perhaps I should just do a whole open letter playlist on my page, but y'all could check out all my other playlists for my past open letters. So far, I have written them to Martell Holt, Ariane Curry, and Latasha Scott. I think those are the three. I may have done one for Monique, I'm not sure. But speaking of Ariane Curry, Ariane, honey, she has responded to the allegations. The allegations are that she herself was an accomplice in this sex tape plot. And she went on live to prove to us that she and the girl Carson, who put the information out there, were friends. And everybody in the comments, and I was like, girl, she didn't refute the fact that y'all used to be friends. That's not the issue. The issue is that you were taking or thinking of taking a part in this plot, girl. But anyway, she left the live saying that we were all slow and that we didn't understand. So yeah, that's that. We slow, not her. It's us. Okay, let's get into the episode. So we see that Martell is looking at event spaces for his magazine cover launch. And the nice white lady that's showing him around shows him this one suite and said it's the King Suite. Well, the Southern King Suite. Martell says, yep, because that's me all day. And I said, more like a peasant, but okay. And you know what? It's so interesting the way Martell talks about himself. You would think that he doesn't like the spotlight. He hates the spotlight. And that he was just only pushing Melody to be in the spotlight and it's not his thing. But look at him on the cover of magazines and on Real Housewives of Atlanta. It's giving you like the spotlight now, baby. Anyway, Martell calls Sheree on the phone while he's at this event space, and I don't care. Moving on, Tiffany and Miss Nell meet with Melody, and Mel lets Tiffany know that this is an ambush, okay? Kiki is on her way. So Kiki claims when they all sit down to eat, and let me just say, Miss Nell is so pretty. She's so pretty. And I also think that Tiffany looks so beautiful pregnant. I hate that she doesn't know how to style her clothing because she looks much older than she is. She loves to dress like matronly, but I think she is glowing and carrying that baby so well. Kiki is also a beautiful woman. Everybody is just beautiful. I just wanted to point out that. Anyway, so Kiki claims that how she reacted previously is not who she really is. Girl, are you trying to let us know that you was turning up for the camera? She said it's not who she really is, but when she get mad, she just basically go from 0 to 100 real quick. And I don't understand what Tiffany said about your character, because that's what it was, a character assessment. The fact that you would do your cousin dirty for TV says a lot about your character. That's just true. It's just true. And so she was saying that's not who she really is. And I'm just like, okay, so you turn it up for the camera because you are drawn to fame like a moth is to a flame. All right, girl. So she's still claiming that her saying that she knew who her father was not a dig at Tiffany. Kiki, be quiet. Just be quiet. Yes, it was. You were trying to read her, and it was stupid. It was a stupid read because at the end of the day, without Tiffany's father in her life, look at how accomplished she has become. She was a part of the chamber of commerce. Ain't that how they said it? She was a part of the chamber of commerce. Meanwhile, you had your daddy in mm, mm. You end up being a crackhead, didn't you? Now, see, if she threw a dig about your drug addiction, she would be wrong. But you could do a dig about her paternity. Oh, okay. And for all of the people who was talking about Kiki got her together, ain't y'all the same people that was upset with Wanda for saying that that Martell might not be sugar mama daddy? But that's okay. I thought we don't talk about paternity. All right, so anyway, I just want Kiki and her sequin hat off my screen. Mel and Nell are accepting the apology for Tiffany, and they're like, that's good. It's not. I'm sorry, not Tiffany. What's his baby name? Kiki took zero accountability for her actions, and she just blamed everything on what? I don't know. It was just very weird. And so Tiffany says she felt like Tiffany wasn't listening, or Kiki wasn't listening, and duh, she wasn't. And so they made up, and I'm just like, ew. Next, Tisha, Kiki, and Stormy meet up, and Tisha looks so good with that chocolate, and I love her confessional look with that brown and those braids. Tisha is gorgeous. Okay, so they meet up and they're talking about Tiffany liking shady posts about Kiki, which wasn't shady. And I'm just like, so what? Y'all so bothered about Tiffany saying she don't know this girl, she don't know her. And I'm sick of y'all with this throwback beef. It's giving very much Nene and Phaedra all over again. Listen, just because Kiki her son was playing for Tiffany's husband, don't mean she know her. She doesn't know her. Your son paid a fee and they played. That's it. Y'all don't know each other like that. Like, even from what she described, you don't know her. So stupid. So, I think, like I said, Kiki is crazy and Kiki's a weirdo, even though later she goes on to call Tiffany crazy, which is hilarious. So Stormy says that Tiffany talked to her about Tisha being kicked out of her office. And look, Tiffany said exactly what the rest of us have been thinking. Y'all manufacturing this drama now. So she said even what Tisha said about it not being okay that he kicked her out the office. Like, she don't run Marceau. Everybody know that. Everybody know that Marceau runs circles around Tisha. Everybody know that. So what you mad for, Tisha? Okay, anyway. On to Martell's book cover lunch. Okay, so Tiffany doesn't know she is the drama. She is the beat. Stormy is confused at how Tiffany and Kiki are good and made up, and I'm just like, it's the same way you and Mel are good, kind of like so like that. So apparently Tiffany congratulated Kiki because she saw a post that said, keep Kiki, she's gonna tell everything. And I'm just like, okay. And so on what's his baby name? Kiki is basically saying is, how are you saying how I'm doing my cousin is so wrong, but you liking this post and sending it to me? The people said that happened a year or two ago. Why are we talking about this? Why are we talking about this? And so what Tiffany is saying was, no, I was referring to the keep Kiki part. And I believe her because the rest of it is dumb. Why would she congratulate you on spilling tea? She's congratulating you on the fact that the fans liked you, girl. Ugh. So Kiki tries to chastise Tiffany, and she tries to chastise her, and Stormy, brings over Tisha, and they talk about the whole Marceau situation, and Kiki had the nerve to say, well, if she's happy in her relationship, why are you talking about it? I said, Negro, what? If this ain't the pot calling the kettle black, like, yo, what? Something is wrong with Kiki, and y'all keep applauding it. Oh, Lord. Anyway, Martell comes in with Sheree, and they look like they're at two different events. Martell looked like he going to an After 5 event, and Sheree looked like she went to the club. So Marcel says he's happy to see Martell, bouncing back after his divorce. He's got a new magazine cover and a new woman, and he's happy for him. I said, baby, it's y'all. Carlos King pulled this same thing last week on the podcast. He was talking about, Sheree and Martell are dating, and they're just, enjoying each other. Of course, it's not a relationship. He just got divorced. Why would he jump back into a relationship? I said, are y'all slow? Y'all, we saw Martell in a new relationship in the marriage. Why would he act differently now that he out of it? Are y'all slow? Did y'all forget that we was there? We saw this all go down. Oh, Lord. Anyway. So, I'm like, yeah, Marcel, you been seeing Martell with new women. Hey, Atlanta. So in the confessional, Kimmy says that Martell and Melody used to work the room together. And now what he got with Sheree, they work the room separately. And it feels more like a business arrangement than a relationship. And I said, and I oop. Kimmy, you ain't been wrong yet, baby. You better let the Lord use you. She prophesying. And they shall know the truth, huh? And the truth shall set them free. Y'all, these folks ain't been more together. So Martell tells everyone thank you, but she ain't his girl, and proceeds to continue to work the room without her. Tiffany, the bone collector, pulls the bone collector Sheree to the side, and we find out that Sheree has been all around Melody's kids, but only met her once, and that was as a fan of Sheree's and not as the mother of Martell's kids. I think that's a problem. Why do you eat? First of all, Sheree, you're 57 and Martell's in his 30s. Why? So you know better, Sheree. Why would you feel comfortable being around this lady kids and haven't met her? You wouldn't want to offer her that courtesy to feel, like she could be comfortable having you around her kids? I think that's weird. I think they should speak about that. That is very bizarre. Tiffany goes on to ask this girl, does she think Martell has feelings for Melody? I just want y'all to know, I think Martell hates losing more so than he wants her. I think he hates that he lost. I think that the narcissist in him is jumping up and down and having all type of tantrums because he feel he lost. But why would he show Sheree that side? He's trying to win her. Why would he do that? But baby, that lady went on to ask Sheree, how do you feel about being with a man who's a known cheater? I said, what just happened? Baby, these are good questions. These are good bone collector questions. And I'm like, ooh, the bone collector is good. She been on TV a long time. She said, ooh, this girl really pulled me to the side. This going to be a good scene. It is. It is. So the next day, Sheree goes to spill the tea to Martell, and he doesn't have any shoes on. And she says everything that she said, we've been talking about marriage. I said, hold up. What? Good night. Good night. Not them been talking about marriage. Anyway, they've been talking about marriage and she might move to Huntsville. She ain't moving to Huntsville. Martell is finna go lay up in Chateau. She can't pay. That's what's finna happen. But yeah. Now, one thing I will say is that Sheree clocked Tiffany when she said, I watch your show and I'm wondering, you a known cheater too. And I said, oop, she is. She is. Well, that's all I cared about concerning the episode. Barely cared about that. But yeah, we are here to watch the manufactured drama of Love and Marriage Huntsville. If you made it this far, go ahead, hit the thumbs up button, share this video, subscribe to the channel, honey. There is much more to come. Love y'all so much. Have a great day. Bye.
Mayday, mayday. Yeah.